Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for today's intermediate reformer class. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Thanks so much. Remove all springs from the reformer and sit on the carriage with your feet on the floor, close to the front edge. Grow tall through the spine and then keep your length as you raise your arms stacked on top of each other. Inhale, and as you exhale, tuck your tail slightly, but imagine keeping your head against the ceiling. So as your tail tucks and releases and barely moves the carriage, you don't shrink down. Make sure you're breathing and shoulders are soft away from your ears. Reach your arms out in front of you with palms facing each other and curl halfway back until your abs quiver and you can still keep your toes on the floor. And then roll up to sitting tall. You'll inhale as you roll backwards and exhale, roll up.
What was it they used to say? Seeking you will find. There is nothing in you that is fading.
Roll back and stay there and march your legs, lifting one, set it down, and then lift the other and set it down. Continue to alternate marching, and you keep your abs scooped nice and tight, shoulders and neck relaxed. Inhaling and exhaling.
Take it with anybody.
The next time your right leg lifts, rotate towards it and return, setting the leg down, then lift the left leg and twist towards it and return. Continue to alternate direction, but keep your sits bones evenly weighted onto the mat.
I don't wanna waste it on anybody.
Place your feet down on the floor, roll up to a tall seated position. Move your carriage back slightly if needed. You're going to place your feet on the tracks inside the frame of the machine and then lay forward through your legs, just hanging your head, neck, and shoulders down towards the floor, relaxing and stretching your low back.
I reach for you, but you're thousands of miles away.
Roll up the spine, move your legs out from inside the well, and attach all of your springs onto the carriage, or at least 3 springs for footwork weight. Lie supine with your head on the headrest, toes on the footbar in Pilates V. Inhale as you lengthen the legs. Exhale, return the carriage home. Continue 6 to 10 repetitions.
I will make it okay. Turn back time. Never let you slip away. Every heartbeat, every breath is filled with thoughts of you. I am so lost without you, and I don't know what to do.
Return the carriage home, then separate your heels so your legs are parallel. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, return home.
Made you for
Press your legs to straight and lower and lift your heels down and up with slow control.
I made you fall out of love. I made you give up on us. I made you turn away from all the things we were, and I don't know what to do.
Lower your heels under the bar and stretch your calves. Return your carriage home and go wide on your heels. Inhale to lengthen your legs. Exhale, return the carriage home.
A wasteland where we all take a vow. Where some glow due to radiation, two heads where there usually is one. Unsung. With you, I know we'll find a way.
This time, I want your knees knock-kneed, so knees pointing towards each other. Press the carriage away until your legs straighten, then externally rotate your legs and bend and come in. Swiveling on the heels, turn the knees in, press the carriage out, turn the knees out, pull the carriage home.
Change will rearrange. Three dogs spins from the station. Love songs for everyone to hear without fear. In this
Now we'll reverse. Stay externally rotated as you press the carriage away. Turn the knees towards each other as you bend and come in. Remember that your toes always have to match the direction of your knees to protect your knees. Inhale, turn out, push away. Exhale, turn in and return.
with every mutation, we'll embrace the change. With you, I know we'll find a way through the fallout. Come what may, in this new reality, we will embrace the change. We'll rearrange in every chapter.
Bring the carriage all the way in and then place both feet on the right side of the bar, legs parallel. Make sure your pelvis is flat and level and your knees and toes point up to the ceiling, not over to the right side. Inhale to lengthen the legs, exhale to return.
With you, I know we'll find a way through the fallout. Come
Turn the carriage, use your core muscles to lift both legs up and off the bar and over to the other side. Then flatten your pelvis, point your knees and toes up to the ceiling. Press your legs to straight, inhaling, exhale, return.
in this new reality, we will embrace the change. We'll rearrange. Welcome, this is the wasteland. Breathe by the radiation.
Cause you know the world is beautiful, so beautiful. Cause you know the world.
Use your abs to lift your legs into chair position and place your heels in the center of the bar. One more set, pressing out and in with parallel legs.
Take that away. Cause you make the world so beautiful, so beautiful.
return the carriage home, place your feet wide on the bar and drop your knees to the right, head to the left.
You saved me when I was
Now drop your knees to the left, head to the right, and stretch.
'cause you know
Lengthen your legs on top of the bar for the roll up. Arms reaching to the sky. Make sure you're not stuck to your shoulder pads here. Inhale, lift your face. Exhale, roll your body up as high as you can, reaching towards your feet. And then roll down with control.
take that away, 'cause you make the world so beautiful, so beautiful. Cause you know the world is beautiful.
Stay up at the top, grab your ankles and pull your head towards your legs and stretch. Switch to one red spring. Sit tall against the shoulder pads with your legs straight out in front of you. Grab your handles and place your thumbs in the straps.
Cause you know the world is beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful.
Inhale, lengthen your arms out in front of you, almost to eye level. Exhale, bend them back in. You want the straps underneath your arms, but just make sure they don't rub or irritate your skin.
The best of you was a no-show, even though I never thought so. I never
Press your arms to straight and then lower and lift the arms down and up, keeping the spine tall and lifted and the shoulders away from your ears, abs drawn in.
knew you were with someone new. There are things that I can't ignore. Let go, let go. You're not the same as you were before.
Bend your elbows, hands towards armpits for breaststroke. Push to straight and circle the arms around. Inhale, lengthen the arms out in front of you. Exhale, circle them around.
I'm down and now I need a friend. Just let me stay the night again. I'm down and now I need a friend. Falling down in
Your hands down by your sides and with some slight pressure into the straps, inhale the arms up as though you're going to trace a sphere, and then lower back down. Circle the arms out to the side and up, and then circle them back down towards your legs.
feels you're counting on me. There are things that I can't ignore. Let go.
When your hands meet your hips, lift your arms straight out in front of you for serve the tray, up to eye level or at least chest height.
Let go, let go. Let me stay the night again. I'm down and now I need a friend. Just let me stay the night again. I'm down and now I need a friend.
Hang up your straps and turn over onto your hands and knees.
I'm down and now I need a friend.
Hands on the shoulder rests, knees close to the back half of your mat near the springs. Grab the left strap into your left hand and keep your right hand on the shoulder pad. And then press that straight arm back towards your hip like you're doing chest expansion and return it forward. Inhale the arm back, exhale, return the arm down. Make sure your chest stays parallel towards the floor, your hips as well. No rotation in the spine here. Keep your neck long and shoulders low. And of course, as always, your abs drawn in.
It's silent now, we don't say a word. We're just looking at each other. Tears in our eyes from the words we said. Yeah, it kinda broke my heart. Loving you is not so goddamn easy.
Reach that straight arm back to your hip. Keep your elbow by your side and bend and straighten for tricep presses. Inhale as you bend, exhale to press.
I don't wanna change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess
Make sure to lower your headrest to flat and place your right foot on the headrest. Left knee stays down on the carriage. You're still holding that left strap, but you're going to come to an upright position. And if it helps your balance, make sure your foot that's on the headrest is close to and against the shoulder pad on the right.
we can't fix our broken hearts. Loving me is not so goddamn easy as I think. You try your best to hold up, but I see it.
Press your arm down and back towards your hip for a single arm chest expansion once again. Squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, of course your deep low abdominals, your glutes, everything you can, drawing the outer edges of your body towards the midline to help you balance.
I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry.
Grip a little higher on the rope and then stand tall again on your knee. You're going to pull that elbow back behind you, bending your arm and straighten it. No rotation of the spine for the first several, and then we'll add some rotation after.
You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. I don't wanna change who you are. Things you say is always.
Now as you pull the arm back, rotate the spine to the left and then return. Obviously being very careful of your balance here. Finish this one and hang up the strap. Return your right leg down to the mat so your knee is on the mat and hands on the shoulder pads. Grab this right handle into your right hand and then press your arm back and forth for a chest expansion. So keep the chest open and the left hand is on the shoulder pad. Make sure you're not dumping your weight into that wrist. Use your spine muscles and your core muscles to stay lifted up and out of your left arm.
Isn't it time we go our separate ways? Not enough time, not enough time. I'm falling behind. I hate to separate my body and mind.
Press your arm back, keep your elbow at your waist, and bend and straighten your arm, triceps presses.
Ooh, I feel like demons in my mind, demons in my mind. You, it tastes like demons in my mind, demons pushing all my dreams.
Lower your hand to the shoulder pad and then place your left foot on the headrest, close to the left shoulder pad for balance. Rise up in your spine and then press your straight arm down and back towards your hip.
Isn't it time we go our separate ways? Not enough time, not enough time. I'm falling behind, I hate to separate my body and mind. My body and mind. You feel like demons in my
Grip higher on the rope for your elbow bends, rowing that arm back, hand coming towards your armpit, and then reach forward.
demons pushing on my trigger.
Make sure you're looking straight out in front of you, neck is long, shoulder stays low.
Demons pushing on my triggers. Demons pushing on my triggers. Demons pushing on my triggers. I'm acting surprised.
Add a twist. As you pull the arm back, rotate to the right, and then return to looking forward.
Think I'm losing my mind, but I guess that's what love do. You feel like demons in my mind, demons in my mind. You taste like demons in my mind, demons pushing.
Place your hands on the shoulder pad and bring your knee back down to the mat. Walk your legs forward a little bit on your knees still so that your toes hook over the back edge of the carriage. Then grab the other strap so you have one handle in each hand. Come to an upright position for kneeling chest expansion. Inhale, the arms press down and back behind your hips. Exhale, return them forward. Inhale as you press down and back, squeezing those lat muscles. Exhale, return the carriage home. Keep your toes tucked over the back edge of the carriage so that you can help maintain balance. Use those core muscles as well to stabilize you.
Swimming around in your bloodstream, can't make it stop. Oh, I just need to tell you that. Oh,
Choke up higher on the ropes for another row, upright row. Pull those elbows back behind you as your hands come towards your chest, and then return forward. Make sure your tailbone is pointing straight down and your abs are drawn in towards your spine. Look straight out in front of you, neck is long. Return the carriage home, hang up your straps, and come to a seated position on your carriage with your backside close to the spring side of the mat and legs in cross-legged position. If that's uncomfortable, you can have them in straight-legged position. Grab onto your handles and you're going to place or cross them so that they're in the opposite hands. And I like to hold on here to either the short loop or maybe even a little bit higher if that feels too light. And you're going to bring your elbows back behind you again for another row, squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back. Straighten the arms, palms up for bicep curls. Sitting tall or maybe even leaning backwards a little bit, squeeze the biceps as you bend your arms, pulling your hands towards your ears. Exhaling as you do that, inhaling as you straighten the arms.
They don't know you like I do. Oh,
scoot closer to the shoulder pads, then uncross the straps and place the shorter loop over your thighs. You can always place the longer loop over the thighs if you need more room, but shorter loop over the thighs just above your knees, and then you'll lie down on your backs with your bottom close to the shoulder pads. Head is above the springs. You'll want to be careful of your hair that it doesn't get caught in the springs. Bring your legs up into a chair position, and the metal of the ropes should be underneath your legs.
God knows who hurt. Ooh, your mind is a ghost town, echoing inside your walls, 5 feet underground now. Nothing's gonna save us from our doubts. Nothing's gonna make us spell it out.
Lay flat with head supported in your hands, legs up in chair. You're going to crunch up in your head and chest as you pull your knees towards your nose. Inhale when you're flat, exhale to crunch up into your ab curl.
Be the one that said, "Oh, I told you so," but I told you so.
Place your feet on the headrest and let your head hang back towards the well if that feels okay to your neck. Take a couple of deep breaths there, and then we'll do another set with rotation.
Keep on acting out like strangers.
Return the legs to chair position, head curls up. As you draw your knees straight in, rotate your chest to the right and then next time to the left, continuing to alternate, making sure that the knees aren't rotating. They're coming straight in towards your abdomen. It's your upper body that's twisting.
Underground now. Nothing's gonna save us from our doubts. Nothing's gonna make us spell it out. I don't wanna be the one that said, "Oh, I told you so," but I
Place your feet on the headrest, rest your head back in your hands still, and take several big deep breaths. Come all the way up and remove the straps from your legs. Then turn around to change your spring to one blue spring. If you feel strong in your arms today, you can always stay on the one red.
am locked out.
Sit in fourth position to face the long edge of your mat. Your right shin is against the shoulder pads. Left leg is up on the mat. Your left foot is towards your right knee. Grab the hand strap closest to the side you're facing into your left hand for the sword. Leading with your elbow, reach that arm out and then straighten it long. Stay looking forward. Don't twist your spine on this one. Shoulders relaxed. Your right hand can be on your hip to remind you to keep that sit bone down, or you can relax it onto one of the shoulder pads. Now place your hand on the front shoulder pad, sword your arm out to the side, then circle it up and overhead as you bend to the right. So reach that arm to the left, then lift it up and over and bend your spine to the right. Inhale and exhale.
Talk to me, baby. I've been waiting for a lifetime. Just keep on fading in all these photos, caught in the memories and captured in the highlights. Just keep on wasting. Glass after glass, I keep hoping you'll come.
Place your right hand in the strap for punching up. Left hand can be on your hip for right now, or you can place it on the edge of the mat where it will need to be when we add the side bend. But for right now, punch that arm up and down with long fingertips.
Cut the cable short and the problem solved might be easier.
Place your left hand down on the edge of the mat and side bend as you punch overhead, bringing your elbow towards the mat on that left side. Bend and return to a tall position. Continue.
Sing for me, darling, it's been quiet for
Last one. And then you'll do some punching, rotating to the left. So place your thumb in the strap rather than your fingers, and then you're going to twist and punch towards the left corner of your room and return. Exhale as you punch, inhale as you return.
Cause I've given in to all my demons lately. You know, might be easier just to let it go. Cut the cable short and the problem solved.
Hang up your strap and turn to the other side.
For you, I do it all night. You're my only lifeline.
Place your strap in the right hand and sword that arm out to the side, leading with your elbow and then lengthening the arm, making sure not to torque your wrist. The palm stays facing your body when your arm is bent, and then it faces the wall in front of you when your arm is straight. Place your left hand on the shoulder pad, reach your arm out to the side for sword, and then side bend towards the shoulder pads as you lift your arm overhead. Extend that arm out and circle it overhead as you bend to the left.
Might be easier just to let it go. Cut the cable short and the problem solved. Might be easier. For you, I do it all night. You're my only.
Place the strap in your left hand for punching. Punch that arm up to the sky with an open palm. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to bend. Put your right hand on the edge of your carriage and then punch that arm overhead as you side bend, and then return to tall position, bending your arm by your hip. Extend overhead and return.
You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. Words all around, and I'm dying to tell you. Well, I know that by now it is obvious.
Place the thumb in the strap, fingers on top of it as you twist. You're going to punch that arm towards the corner of your room. Exhale as you punch and rotate. Inhale, return to straight position.
Surprised you never had the guts to figure out how I feel about you. Wish me the best of luck. I'm gonna win your love. Coming to get you, dying to feel your touch. Wish me the best of luck. Coming to get you.
Hang up the strap and come to a kneeling position facing your shoulder pads. Knees up against the shoulder pads and your hands will be on the frame of the machine. Make sure that your thumbs are on top of the tracks, or you can place them close to your finger side. Just make sure that you're not going to saw off your thumbs. So round your back like a scared cat, pushing the floor away from you. Your knees and hips should be in line, and your shoulders and hands should be in line. And then you're going to tuck your tail and pull those knees underneath you towards your hands. Just again, be careful of your thumbs.
Surprised you never had the guts to figure out how I feel about you. Wish me the best of luck. I'm gonna win your love. Coming to get you, dying to feel your touch. Wish me the best of luck. Coming to get you. Wish me the best
Extend your right leg out behind you, nice and long and strong without rotating the pelvis, and then tuck that left knee underneath, drawing the carriage towards your hands, keeping your spine pretty long and straight. Trying not to drop that back leg. Try to keep it up as best you can.
Coming to get you, dying to feel your touch. Wish me the best of luck. Coming to get you, wish me the best of luck. Trying to steal your heart. Coming to get you, coming to get you.
Switch legs. Hold that left leg up, squeezing the glute muscles, and then tuck under, pulling that right knee underneath you.
Coming to get you.
Push back into a child's pose and stretch.
All covered up in the dirt from my past. So insecure by myself when I met you. Won't you give me any warning? I've been thinking about you day and night and day and night. To be honest, I just don't know what to do next. 'Cause I'm the one with a broken.
Place your springs on 2 reds and lie down on your backs. Place your feet up in the straps, long loops if you have them.
Baby, waiting for you to come and save me. Fall for you.
Legs in a slight turnout, feet in Pilates V, then lower the legs down and lift them up. Keep your pelvis level as the legs go down and up, making sure that your tailbone isn't coming off the mat when your legs lift high, and again that your low back is remaining nice and still when your legs go low.
Won't you give me any warning? I've been thinking about you day and night and day and night.
Press your legs down as low as you can and then open them up into a circle, opening them apart, lifting them high, and bring them together at the top. Circle down, around, and up, keeping your pelvis level and your abdominal muscles pressed downward towards your spine to stabilize your back.
Fall for you.
Reversing at the bottom. When your legs are low, lift them up high and open them into circles. Down, around, and up. Breathing in and out. Relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders.
Chemical, I know it isn't logical. Something that you do to me. I'm the one with a broken heart, waiting for you to come out and save me. I'm a mess, need to untangle, and I'm a fool for you, baby. Fool for you, baby. Waiting for you to come out and save me. Fool for you.
When your legs come together at the bottom, bend into a frog. Knees are bending just barely wider than the ropes. Separate your heels, then press the legs to straight, close the legs, and pull back into a frog. Separate your legs, close them when they're straight, bend in. Inhaling and exhaling.
I leave the TV on, I'm done with your sad eyes. I can take another night with you on like this. So let's go, I'm sure you can take it.
First, open the legs when they're straight, bend in the knees, and then close your heels together and push to straight. Open the legs, bend the legs, close the feet, and press to straight.
I know. Boys be boys, ain't no
Stretch in a frog position, and then while you're stretching, lower your headrest to flat so we can do short spine.
He's a vagabond, he won't love you better. I can watch you sinking down on the
From your frog position, lengthen your legs to straight and make them parallel. As you press into your arms, fold at your hips and push and peel yourself up, lifting your legs overhead and reaching them towards where the wall meets the ceiling at the back of your room. Keep the ropes taut and get your carriage all the way into the bumper. Then bend your knees into a diamond shape, knees pointing towards the shoulder pads. Now try to keep your heels away from your bottom as you roll the body down bone by bone. Then bring your heels towards your hips. Press your legs to straight, push and peel up and over, trying to lift your bottom up off the mat as your legs are raising overhead. Keep your heels high, bending the knees. Roll your bottom away from your feet until you can't anymore, and then drag your heels towards your tail. Again, press out, parallel the legs, push and peel up and overhead, get that carriage in, bend the knees, and roll the hips down, bone by bone through that spine until you can't anymore, and drag the heels in. For the next set, push your legs to straight. Now fold over as far as you can, keeping your tailbone on the mat until you can't anymore. Then peel up the spine, keeping the ropes taut. Bend your knees, and now take your legs with you as you curl down, keeping your heels close to your tail. Once you're down, press the legs to straight, make them parallel, fold at your hips. When you can't fold anymore, then peel up the spine, trying to keep the ropes taut, and then bend your knees and roll the body down, taking your legs with you, unlike in the first version. One more repetition. Press out, fold in half, then peel up the spine, pushing into those foot straps, bend your knees, and then curl the body down into frog position. Remove the straps from your feet and hang them up. And once you come to an upright position, take all of your springs off. Your foot bar should be in a medium or high position, depending on your height. We're going to do ballet stretches. So stand inside the well of the machine. A backside is against the foot bar, and you're facing your carriage. Holding on to the foot bar, drag your right toe to your knee, and then extend that leg above the carriage and gently land your heel on top of it. Keep your backside against the bar as you hinge forward from your hips and then reach forward towards the mat, letting your head hang down, aiming your sits bones for the back of the room. Inhale, curl up the spine, reaching for the bar. Slide your foot across the midline on the mat. Hinge forward again, and when you can't hinge anymore, curl forward, reaching for your leg or the mat. Curl up the spine, hands on the bar, then swivel on your left foot, keeping your right leg across the mat. You're going to hold on to the foot bar when you're facing the long edge of your machine with your right hand, left arm overhead. Lean your left hip towards the bar as you side bend to the right. Both legs should be externally rotated. rise up from your side bend, then bend forward and reach for the frame of the machine and go out into a side lunge or a side split. So side lunge, you'd bend your standing leg. A side split, you keep your legs straight. You're trying to stretch your inner thighs. Return to a standing position and grab your right ankle, taking the foot off of the mat for a runner's lunge stretch. Make sure your knees are close together. Your kneecap on that right leg is pointing down. Your left hand can hold on to the foot bar for balance. Softly place your foot on the floor, turn your backside towards the bar if you're facing the carriage, and we'll do this on the other leg. Lengthen that left leg up on top of the mat and then hinge forward out of your hips, aiming your sits bones for the foot bar, and reach over your leg and stretch that left hamstring. Curl up the spine and keeping your hips against the foot bar, slide your foot across the mat and hinge straight forward to stretch the IT band. Curl up and turn to face the side of your machine. Your left hand will grab the foot bar, your right arm reaches overhead into a side bend. Left foot is still on the machine in front of your hip. Return to upright and then bend forward, holding onto the frame of your reformer, and go out into either a side split or a side lunge by bending your standing knee. Return to standing tall, grab your left ankle in your left hand, drop that knee down towards the floor, tuck your tail under slightly and get a quadriceps stretch, and breathe deeply. Release your foot carefully, and you did it. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.